What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dave Mo, man. You guys already know what it is. I'm making this short video. I don't even plan to get any money off this mug, nothing like that. And this isn't for no one. So if you're watching this video and you ain't a real one that's been subscribed for a minute, this video is not for you. And don't take that as a personal shot. It's just not for you. This video is dedicated to, the 1,500 subscribers that I have, and probably whatever percentage of those people actually tune in all the time to watch the video. So if you guys know the beginning of this channel and where we've become, or where we've gone, what we've become, I've been the anti-YouTuber, if you will, and I've tried to do the best to show people how to, navigate car sales. The new direction, and I'm not selling out, so I want to pretense that with this. The new direction of this channel is going to be, like everything automotive information. Okay, we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about repossessions. We're going to get into the repossessions, but not the way every other YouTuber's talking about it, like it's the everything come to an end and then they go out and buy cars. We're going to get a little bit deeper into repossessions. What exactly class of people are getting repossessed? We're going to talk about where there's money to be made with repossessions. We're going to talk about two markets that still have not been touched with this whole repossession thing. All right. We're going to talk about why your sales aren't doing so well. We're going to talk everything automotive. When Manheim drops their stats in terms of, has it gone up, has it gone down, etc., etc., we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about why Jeep and Chrysler are not able to sell cars per se. We're going to talk about why CarMax just recently released a profit over when everyone else is considering a loss. How was CarMax able to produce a profit? Because there's two ways of doing a dealership. We're going to get into all that kind of stuff in this new channel, okay? It's not a new channel. It's a rebranding of a channel. So we're going to get rid of Team Us, and not because it's not Team Us, because it's always Team Us, regardless of what the name is, baby. It's always going to be Team Us. What it's going to be is a broader stroke, okay? I want people to understand when you're watching these videos from other YouTubers talking about, the repossession market's crazy. The repossession market is crazy, but it doesn't stop there. Did you know that we're at an all-time high in terms of credit card utilization? Did you know that the housing market is going to be on the way down? Did you know that we are in one of the best times of transitional wealth? Meaning someone with not so much money but a lot of drive could potentially, from now until the next couple of years, become a multi-millionaire, given that drive, given the money, given the education. All right? The difference between men, the difference between people, is we're all given 24 hours. It's what we choose to do within those 24 hours that separates us. I've been up since 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm sitting here at my job. I'm going to go to work from 7 o'clock in the morning. Why did I get so early? I like to shower, iron my clothes, etc., etc. I just need that time in the morning for me. That's neither here nor there. All right. So I'm going to go in this building here, and I'm going to work till about 1 o'clock. So in my head, between the hours of anything prior to noon, we're not selling cars. Statistically showing, I looked at our numbers, we don't sell cars before noon. Every now and again, we might sell one, but we don't. So me being here does not interfere with my car business. That's number one. Number two, why would I just sleep or do nothing while I could be out here making overtime at almost double time? Okay, and I've been doing this for damn near 8 months now. So we're also going to be talking about how to make money. All right, my career makes less than the vehicles, but it is not considered my side hustle. My career is the number one priority in my life. All right, in terms of financially speaking. Okay, of course, friends, family, health, etc. comes first. God first. So with that being said, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the ways that we can make different revenue streams. So while it's primarily based on automotive, it will have a strong financial structure to it. Because going through what I went through to open up my car dealership, it occurred to me that there's a lot more than just putting up money and opening up a car dealership. We as individuals, and especially, I want to say this is more important for my younger viewers, but it's very important to every viewer, is credit. I know a lot of you guys are watching Dave Ramsey. I know a lot of you guys are saying, I want to become debt free. And believe me, I'm on board with that. I want to be debt free myself. All right. But there's another way to look at it. If I can show you a way to leverage your credit and get money from case in point, I was just offered $13,000 from one of my credit cards for roughly guys, $500. Okay. It was $500 with 1.9% APR for 24 months. If I was to break that deal down and show you guys, hey, look, you could take this 12 grand and you can buy, hypothetically speaking, 5 cars and sell each car making $1,000. And we could do this month after month after month. Month number 1, which means you made $5,000 in profit, right? You spent, let's just say you spent 10 grand. You still have $2,000 left over for incidentals. So you sold those 5 cars, and 5 cars is not a lot of cars to sell, okay? And we sold those cars and we made $5,000 profit. You put the actual cost of the vehicle back, so you still put your $12,000 back, okay? And your $5,000 in profit. You take that $5,000 and you don't flip it. You put it back to the loan you took out against the card. Well, Dave, why would I do that? I could keep that $5,000 and reflip it, because that's what an irresponsible person would do. A responsible person wants to make as much money as quick as they can to pay off that loan. At the end of that loan, right, at the end, when you make that payment, you're left with the $12,000 that you originally took out, plus, hypothetically speaking, the $5,000 that you made off your last run. So you were able to turn $12,000 that you did not have into $17,000 that you do have. You also, at the same time, built your credit, all right? Especially with that credit card. Also, you've learned valuable lessons. You've learned how to sell. You've learned what not to do, what to do. Perfect. So now the next time this deal rolls around, because it rolls around all the time with multiple cards, you can take advantage of it. That's called leveraging your credit. It doesn't only work for cars. It works for jewelry. It works for homes. It works for selling tires. It works for selling headlights, automotive parts. It works for anything that you want to do. But you have to be willing to leverage your credit. We're going to talk more about this. We're going to talk more in depth. Guys, I'm trying to come at you on some higher level type shit, all right? I got to stop cursing. Apparently YouTube's new thing is like no more cursing. But I'm trying to come at you guys with some higher level type thinking, because so many people, have you guys ever been to the horse races? Have you ever noticed like the horses have these things on here? Do you know what those are for? They're blinders. They're so they can't see what's going on. They can't see the horse next to them or whatever else is going on. They have what's called tunnel vision, so they can only see, the finish line, which is great if you're running a race, okay? It's terrible if you're looking to make money, because I would never tell anyone to put blinders on and only look at one revenue stream, all right? If it was me, and it is me, right? It is me. I would use the cars as a stepping stone. I would say, okay, I need to make X amount of dollars in X amount of time, and then I want to take that money and put it into a real estate program. Whether I want to, for me personally, I like rentals. It builds my portfolio, it builds equity, and it's great. So I try to buy homes that are 70% done, and I'll rehab the rest of it myself, as long as I don't need a GC. So here in Florida, if you had to pull a permit for anything and you did it yourself as a homeowner GC, you can't rent or sell that house for 5 years. Again, we'll get into all this. You're going to want to know this stuff. So with that being said, I try to buy stuff that doesn't, cosmetics. I like cosmetics. No plumbing, no electricity, no structural, okay? You could knock down a wall if it's not load bearing. You don't necessarily need a permit to knock down a wall if it's not load bearing. Number two, so you could buy that home, do your little fixes to it, and potentially, you could do it two ways. One, put a down payment and have a mortgage, or two, pay for it in cash, do the work to it, and then refinance it and get your money out of it. Okay, because you don't owe anything, so you're just taking your investment out of it, which puts you, I don't want to say at zero because now you have a mortgage, but now at least you're like, okay, look, I have the mortgage. The mortgage is now $1,500. I'm going to rent it out for $2,500, making $1,000 income per month. With the light just came on. That's so wild. Should have been on. Why would they put the lights on during the day? Anyway, you know, with real estate, there's a lot of different ways. Like if you're doing commercial, you could do net 10, which basically means that the tenant is responsible for everything. But again, guys, I'm just trying to get into all this with you in terms of you know, learning different types of financial avenues, learning more about the cars, not just making this fear clickbait. The repo man's coming. The repo man is coming, guys. Let's be honest. So is the foreclosure man. Let's be honest. So are the debt collectors. They're all coming. They're all coming. Say what you will, we are in a recession. Say whatever you want, word it whatever way you want to word it. We are in a recession. I'm going to tell you, there's, in the car market, for me, myself, personally, there's two markets that are not being touched right now. Number one, it's going to be the dollar menu cars. Dollar menu cars are always going to hold through every market. It's just the way it is. And for me, from what I'm gathering, okay, it's the person like myself who has a career, has been with their career forever. We're in the medical field. The economy, knock on wood, should not really bother us too much in terms of losing our jobs and stuff like that, as long as we're smart enough. And again, other videos, we'll get into this. As long as we're smart enough to say, hey, we need to cut back on spending. Right? Now is not the time to continue to spend because we don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. Oh, well, no one knows what tomorrow is going to bring. You're right. But a few years ago, tomorrow looked a lot brighter than it does today. So with that being said, we're gonna dive into that as well. But I just wanted to explain it to you guys. I am not selling out. You guys are still my team. You're still my ace booms. Anything you need, my number is still there. We will bust down cars, how to make money. We will bust down credit. We will do anything that you guys want to do. But at this point now, I don't necessarily think now is the right time for me to be showing you guys constantly how I'm buying cars. I don't even show you how I sell them, but just how I'm buying them and stuff like that. Like I want more education for you guys. A lot of you guys know it, so you don't have to watch every video. You can subscribe and watch the videos that you want to watch. If you already know about leveraging credit, don't watch the video on leveraging credit. You already know everything. You're a genius. But if you're having trouble cleaning your car windows, I can show you an easier way to do it, the way I do it. I don't actually have anything in here now, but I do it with a squeegee. A squeegee and a clean rag. It's simple for, you know, to do it. So there's a lot of different avenues, a lot of stuff that we're putting in here. And YouTube as a whole says never to do this. Don't put more than one thing into a channel, because then it just becomes too much. And you want to know something? I have ADHD. Why would my channel not have ADHD? It's just, you know, it's just the way it's going to be. So I hope I don't lose any subscribers over this. I hope you guys are going to ride with your boy. At least give me a month or two to work through the bugs and stuff like that. And if you really don't like the channel, the direction where it's headed, leave me a comment. Let me know. And by all means, guys, listen, if there is something that you guys want to see, just leave me the comment. I will do the best I can to research it, understand it as best I can, and put it out there from, you know, a guy on the street. Like people use this terminology all the time. I got my boots on the ground. People have their boots on the ground but have no idea what's going on, because it's a term. I literally have my boots on the ground. I'm literally going to buy cars every single day. I'm literally not ripping people off to buy their cars and then sell them at wholesale. I mean, if you think about this, just think about this for a second. How low ball of an offer did you give someone if you're able to take their car and sell it at wholesale? Think about that for a second. You know, and we gravitate towards these types of people because they have teams of people making YouTube videos for them, writing scripts for them, almost like it's a TV show. Are they real to a certain degree, but are they on my level? Definitely not. They're way above that now. You know what I mean? Like they've made it where they're in the boardrooms and doing stuff like that. And again, that's figuratively speaking. But that was never what my channel was for. My channel was intended to have a younger audience, not in age, but in like the car game. You know, I had watched a video the other day and the gentleman said, oh, you know, if you're not a mechanic or you don't know how to do mechanics, you shouldn't get into doing this. I have to disagree respectfully because I don't know how to do mechanics. What I do know how to do is find a mechanic, all right? To a certain degree, I can diagnose a car, but I'm not spot on. And I certainly probably couldn't go out there and do the work while in theory, I know how it gets done. Laziness is a whamma jamma. So, and that's me. You know, I don't want to go out there hunched over a car and turn a wrench. I'd rather spend X amount of hundreds of dollars and have it done for me. And build that into the price of the car. We can also talk about why dealers charge dealer fees. It's actually pretty simple, but we'll get into it. Anyway, guys, this was supposed to be a quick video as to why we're changing the channel. If you watched this video, I'm kind of thinking something along the lines of like everything automotive, or you know, automotive education, or actually just Dave Moe, maybe just my name. But think of something catchy. If you can come up with it and leave it in the comment and I use it, you won't get paid for it, but you get mad respect from me if that matters to you. But yeah, I'm interested, man. You know, I want people, and you know, I'm going to show the consumer. It's not only going to be based on the seller, it's going to be based on the consumer as well. I want to show the consumer how they can potentially get the best deals possible. And not because I want the dealer not to make money, just because there's a way. Like there's, you know, I already said the thing about Car Edge, and their reenactment videos are retarded. I could tell you this right now. 90% of the time, if you came into a dealership, 100% of the time you came into my dealership and acted like that guy, you know, and he's like, oh, well, I did some comps and I could get this for this and this for this and this from other dealers, I would simply say, then why did you bring your happy ass to me? Here's the truth. Here's how you answer that question, guy. A little tidbit. Here's the truth. Hey, hey, Dave, listen, you know, I love the Odyssey that you're selling out there. It's a little bit overpriced. I noticed that these other dealers have it for this price. My answer to that guy is, number one, if you've seen that it was cheaper and you were basing your purchase just on price, why didn't you go to them and start from there? Number one. Number two, whatever it is that made you come to this dealership for this car, it wasn't to get into a debate with me over negotiation. It was because something about the vehicle we possess interests you more than the others, because there is no way in hell you're going to tell me that you found the same vehicle with the same mileage, with the same everything for $4,000 less than my asking price, and yet you chose to come here to beat me up on the price, right? So let's just get that out of the way. So everything that you have here, it doesn't matter to me. If you choose to get up and leave right now and you want to go buy that car, really and truly, all you did was waste your time. I'm going to be here for the next 8 to 10 hours regardless. Here's another thing that you should know. This car might not sell to you, but this car will sell. Because you're not only buying a car, you're buying my reputation, all right? You're buying something that you obviously like because you came here instead of somewhere else, all right? We have our own, if we had service bays, right? And we're thinking franchise dealer. We have our own service base. We service our own vehicles. It's included or not, whatever. Like, why would you buy a third-party warranty from a place that doesn't? Now you got to go find someone who's ASC certified, take the car to them. They raise the rates like crazy because they know it's going to go through the insurance. It's a really big deal when you could just use our warranty and bring it back to us or another Honda dealership and have the work done. And nothing, let's be honest, a buyer person, nothing looks better on a Carfax than when you can show that the car has been dealer serviced. Regardless to what you say about dealerships, etc., nothing looks better. So if you want to continue with this conversation, let's really talk money. But let's talk real money. Let's not talk this dollar amount that you have in your head because you think that this car spent too much time on this lot. Because between the two of us, it's not my money. I work for this dealership. And if we're talking about me personally as a dealership, here's another way I would handle it. Once I spend money, it's spent. If it comes back to me, great. It always does. And if it takes me longer than it should, who cares? I'm still beating the bank. Neither have to do with you. Your only concern is making a deal with me on this particular vehicle or getting out of that chair and walking off this dealership. Pause. Now, guys, I know that sounds kind of harsh, but that's the truth. You don't have to be rude, but when someone is being rude to you, you don't have to be nice. And this is just showing you where the videos are going to start going. We're also going to start doing paid membership. It's only going to be about $5, $10 a month. And it's going to be exclusive videos where I do reaction videos to other car dealers' videos. They'll be funny. They'll be the true person who I am, probably some cursing in there, but they're going to be paid for. And I think it's going to probably be $5, $10. I have to discuss it with somebody else who helps me make a lot of my decisions because I'm not really good with YouTube. And this individual happens to be a YouTuber with 100,000 subscribers in a whole different genre. So, yeah, so look forward to that, guys. And I want that to get going now. We're going to start doing some video overs. We could do some role playing. I really would like to start interviewing smaller car dealers. I think there's one called Dream Dealers or something like that. I think they're based in Cali. I would love to, if you guys get a hold of that person, I would love to do a sit down and a Q&A. We're obviously on different coasts, but I just, when I watch this individual's videos, I feel as though they have their pulse on something. And that's it, guys. So, you know, I hope this video finds you in great health, wealth, and as always, you know, God bless to all of you guys. You know, you gotta put God first in your life. You know, and then of course, friends, family, and health have to be a major thing for you guys. Money is great to have. And one thing I realized when I ended up in this hospital for about a month or so, all the money in the world that I possess, or all the money that I possess rather, it wasn't going to make me better. It wasn't going to walk out of here. And I could tell you right now, you've heard the saying, there's no fucking Brinks truck behind a hearse following your ass to your grave, okay? So put that in perspective, take it for what it's worth. But tonight when you get home and you look at your girl or you look at your man, remind them that they're what's truly important to you. Money is a beautiful thing, but family comes first. All right, guys, with that being said, I'm out of here. I feel as though I wasted enough of your time this morning. Peace.